What is going on, man? This is Patrick James here, and today I want to talk about exactly how to set up your place when you bring girls back. Now, this is one of the most common mistakes that I see men make almost all the time, is that they believe that all the game is played before getting the girl back to your place. They think that if you can get a girl to come back to your pad, then basically it's game, set, match. And that could not be further from the truth. In fact, most of the game is back here, dude. All right, this is where the guy fumbles the ball on the 1 yard line. They don't know exactly how to set up their place, and they don't know what to do when you get her back here. So let's talk about that today. Now, I want to make this as simple as possible for you. So I'm going to give you a 5-point acronym. It's just basically a checklist to go over in your head before you bring any girl back here, before you even think about bringing girls back to your place. So let's jump into it. Now, like I said, we're going to make this acronym really simple, and hopefully you enjoy this little montage of me cleaning my apartment and setting it up for you. So here's your acronym. It's clean the man cave man. Now here's what those words stand for. The first one is going to stand for clean. Very simple. A lot of guys, they have trash laying around. They have roommates that leave dirty dishes out. Maybe you leave dirty dishes out. Hey, I won't judge you. So if you got empty wine bottles, you got kombucha bottles, you got boxes and shit laying around, just clean that shit up. So that's the first one, clean. Now the second one, clean the. The stands for table. So when the girl comes into your apartment or your house or your man cave, first thing she's gonna see is your living room. How do you keep the area where you live? All right, so if it looks like this living room table, kind of looks like an ashtray, it looks like you just got done broing out with your bros, let's just clean all that shit up, all right? You don't want all this Men's Health magazine shit, all right? Clean that shit up, and let's move on to the M. So clean the man. So man stands for mirror. Now at some point when the girl comes back to your place, she's going to want to use the restroom. In fact, I've never had a girl come over to my place and have her not use the restroom at some point. So when she goes in there, whether you know it or not, she's also going to judge how you keep your mirror. So if it looks like it does right now with all those fucking speckles of the toothpaste and the soap and the water and whatnot, just clean that shit up, all right? Just avoid the dirty mirror situation altogether. Clean that shit up. Maybe even clean that sink as well. Man, look at that form. All right, moving on. So let's get on to the clean table that you have now. What I want you to do is put some new candles. So we got clean the man cave. Cave is going to stand for candles and conversation piece. So the first one, we're going to take out all those old candles that were black and used up and empty and replace it with a new, fresh candle. And then that conversation piece. So I'm going to add this book about Thailand because, you know, I really want to travel the world someday. Maybe not today. Maybe you don't even want to travel the world, period, but it's a good conversation piece, bro. Just put it on the table. Now, the last one, clean the man cave man. This second man, the last word, stands for music. When you get into your place, all you're gonna do is put on some tunes, bro. And I recommend music that doesn't have a whole lot of words and isn't too popular at the time, because you really don't want the music to detract from the you-me conversations that should be going on between you and the girl. So just get some good background music that kind of sets the vibe, sets the mood, and don't make it like Justin Bieber or Backstreet Boys, because if you did that, then really just kind of take away from the vibe of you and the girl. Now that acronym is only the first part. That's just setting the vibe. That's just the quick checklist to go through before you even think about bringing a girl back to your place. Now there's 3 other things that you need to know about what to do exactly when you get her back to your place. So you've cleaned the place, you've set the living room table, you've cleaned your bathroom mirror, you've got candles, and you even have some music playing in the background. Now what do? Well, here's the first thing that you're gonna do. After you turn on the music, which is probably gonna be the literal first thing that you do when you get her back inside your pad, is you're gonna offer her a drink, all right? Now, it doesn't have to be an alcoholic drink. It could be as simple as saying, hey, do you want some water? And then pouring yourself some water. Now, even if she says no, don't get discouraged, because most guys skip this step, and I promise you, if you just offer, you get kudos simply for offering, even if she says no. So that's the first thing, is offer her a drink. The second thing is make yourself comfortable first. Listen, dude, she is following your lead. She's been following your lead from the second you met her out to the second you got her back to your pad. In fact, you wouldn't be able to get her back to your place unless you were leading on some level. So you got to make yourself comfortable first, because if you're not comfortable in your own place, then she's not going to be comfortable. And she can't have sex with you if she's not comfortable first. So you've offered her a drink, and now you've made yourself comfortable first. And I'd recommend doing this by simply just sitting back on the couch and relaxing and kind of just acting like you're in your own home. Very simple. And the third step is don't be afraid to have some light, playful conversation, maybe even some connecting conversation, but eventually slow down the vibe. Yes, it's cool that you can talk about, what you want to do in life, maybe even connect on a few other things, like you have similar taste in music, but at the end of the day, shit's not going to go down unless the vibe is slowed down. So I would recommend being 100% okay with awkward silences. And that's a whole other video on its own. That said, if you want to know a little bit more about conversation dynamics between men and women, and you want to learn the top 10 conversation boosters of all time, click that link below, and I will see you in the next video.
And here's to all the unbelievers. You know, the ones that don't believe us. Baby, play it for your ex too. And all the kids around my table yelling F you.
Oh yeah, and before I go, don't forget to use protection.